Hey, what's up, fam? A short way to really describe this chapter is just how FINRAL, once again, is just placing himself as best big brother in Weekly Shonen Jump. Just the way that he's presented consistently and put out just that level of care and hard work and effort, even though his brother, I mean, even when he wasn't, his body wasn't possessed by a crazy elf like I guess now it's spelled and pronounced Latry, not Ratry, from what Jimenez Buck tells me, but I guess I'll just go with Latry. From what Latry taking over even before Heidi was trying to kill him, and it doesn't change it doesn't change Finral's mind of what exactly he's doing. Just it really shows for his character something really cool. I like his conviction when he sets his mind to something. It has a lot of that main character tenacity, but having it in his own version, I think, is pretty sick. But when he kind of gets back to it, the fight, I thought for a second it was over at the start when Yami gets that reverse Black Blade strike, gets it in. You're like, oh shit, it's over. All right, I guess what's the rest of the chapter gonna be? Because it kind of left off as like a pretty good spot of that big surprise like double-sided attack at the end of the last chapter, but leading up with where Jack could now cut space with where his blade is adapted so they could cut their way in, and then Yami going in for the attack, and they're like, okay, maybe that's it, but Latry just goes into complete and total shit fit rage mode, starts tearing apart like the whole area around him, but thanks to him not really knowing anything about how Langris's magic works. He's actually used it a pretty cool way. He made one of his normal portals and then shot one of his little teleporty spheres through one, hitting Latry and bringing him right in front of him where Langris then proceeds to punch him in the face, take him down, and knock him unconscious. Probably where it's gonna shock the actual Langris awake because as we know that enough like shock trauma, if it's done in a specific way, is enough to put them back in control. We've seen it a few times, but it's gonna be nice with last year. Maybe this is where he finally decides to accept his older brother for his kindness and how hard he's been working to keep his little brother on the right path the best he can, which is cool because I really like Finral. A lot of people that I've seen when it comes to Black Clover, whether that they really enjoy it, they're fans. I really enjoy Black Clover. I think it's really good. Or if somebody who's just kind of casually reads it and they don't have a super strong opinion, but like, yeah, it's entertaining enough to keep reading. Usually have the same kind of characters that they just automatically really like. You get like Yami, but also Finral. I've seen Finral receive a lot of positive feedback, and I think it's just because he's a really cool character, and I think he's really well done. But getting past that, it was cool. It was just a really nice way to afterwards, and then you see him like unconscious, and he's got his hand in his brother's hand. He's trying to keep close to him. He's been worried, and I don't imagine a lot of people would be. Uh, a lot of people would be pretty stable if they saw their little brother like possessed by a angry like dead elf spirit or some shit. But we get Patry finally getting back to where the elf base is. We get names for the elf possessing Gotch, what's his name? Uh Droid I think is how it's pronounced, and the elf that's taking over Mary named Ekra. And they kind of talk over how they only just need the last magic stone, and then their the reincarnation magic will be fully complete, and they won't be able to get shocked back or dispelled. They'll have complete control over the body. So until that point, these people can still be saved. We'll figure out whether or not they end up doing it within this arc. I've heard that Tabata's talked about potentially this being part one of Black Clover. Obviously, kind of like up until like something like I don't know. I guess the easiest example would be something like the Sasuke retrieval arc at the very end when they failed to bring him back. That was the end of part one of Naruto. This could be similar to, Black Clover and be the end of that first thing. I guess, honestly, I think a better example would have been Sirius Island for Fairy Tail when they, went utter defeat for everybody, and then years later, and you just see like where they, the aftermath and what's transpired since then. But now we have Jack and Yami gonna be going up, getting into bigger fights, and ready to take down everything that's kind of going on. And the only thing in there that I could really see being a problem for Yami is that Gotch and his sister have been taken over, and obviously he wants to save the members of the Black Bulls. And I'm really interested what's gonna be like when they get back, and the Black Bulls all arrive and everyone kind of is gathered and ready for that last fight that'll be against being against Licht, at least for this arc. I still don't think they're gonna out of everyone that we've seen, out of all the elves that we've seen so far on their side, I don't think they can take Ratri. Sorry, not Ratri. Patri or Patri, I pronounce it. Raya or Licht. I think they're just way too powerful for them. But we'll see. We'll see in the upcoming chapters. I still think they're gonna have to escape. I'm gonna say it every week. I'm gonna repeat it every week because I think it's gonna happen until it happens or something else transpires. But otherwise, tell me in the comments what you think about this chapter. It was mostly just Langris being or not Langris, Langris being saved by FINRAL, best older brother right now in Weekly Shonen Jump. So that'll be pretty sick stuff to see how things kind of transpire and where this story arc goes and what we get out of it, post arc. So give a thumbs up to this video if you like this kind of content, you like Black Clover, so, and you like my reviews. Subscribe to the channel. Check out my other videos, mostly manga and anime reviews. I'm gonna be doing a couple more Clash of Fictions. I'm gonna post them this weekend. I'm gonna try and get some of that stuff, or the Clash profiles, and then try and get a Clash of Fiction done this weekend. But otherwise, yeah, if you're already subscribed, thank you very much for listening. Bye.